Hello, my name is Dominic Yearego. For my behavior change, I decided to increase the amount of water I intook throughout the day. Over this past semester, I found myself feeling tired, sluggish, not as energetic as I needed to be with baseball going on. So I decided to increase the amount of water intake in hopes of improving my overall feel throughout the day in terms of being hydrated, feeling more energetic, and things like that. I decided to drink 5 to 7 Gatorade bottles. Of this bottle, there are 32 ounces. And by doing that, I would reach at least 160 ounces of water, which was a number that me and our baseball trainer came up with based off a rule of thumb of 75% of your body weight needs to be drank every day. So 75% of 210 pounds was 158 ounces. We rounded up to 160. So that's what I decided to drink. And my goal reached the SMART goal standards because it was specific in terms of I was drinking a certain amount of water each day. So it's a specific goal of intaking water. It was measurable because I was drinking 5 to 7, 32 ounces, so I could measure how much I was drinking. It was adjustable because it was 5 to 7 bottles, so I could drink more or less depending on what I needed throughout the day. It was realistic because increasing your water intake is not very challenging, so anyone can do it. And it was time oriented because I would do it throughout the day, and I had a month-long span to do it. For the trans theoretical model, I went through some stage of change. I went through the action stage, and I felt like I didn't advance past this stage. I was kind of stuck in it. I was doing a lot of things, trying to keep up with my change and to maintain my change. So I kind of developed different plans to fight the barriers I encountered and to go along with my change. For self-efficacy, I thought it was going to be a lot easier. Not a lot easier, but easier than it ended up being. I didn't think I was going to face as many difficulties as I ended up facing. So I developed more barriers than originally thought. So that gave me some problems. Those barriers include not drinking enough water during practice or games. I wasn't drinking enough. I was kind of getting caught up in the moment. So I ended up having our trainer set reminders for me every 30 minutes, and I would come in and drink out of my water bottle with the hopes of drinking at least one water bottle or more during practice. And another barrier was that I was going to the bathroom a lot more at night, so that was kind of causing me trouble. But it was a barrier that I was able to get through because I was finding more benefits from drinking the water. That barrier wasn't as bad. And so I had some intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. I was intrinsically motivated because I wanted to make a change, but it took an extrinsic motivation of this project to get me going and doing my change. But once I was going and in kind of a schedule and plan of doing it, it was a lot easier for me, and I wanted to continue with the change. So I was intrinsically motivated. My self-monitoring method was I printed off a paper with a table on it, and I would track Monday through Sunday how many times or how many bottles I drank a day throughout the day, and that's how I tallied it up. Future plans, I want to continue with the change. I'm going to be here in Canyon this summer, so I'm going to continue with this drinking in hopes of improving my overall feel throughout strength training throughout the summer. Two major lessons: I'm a bad time manager. I was having to kind of cram my drinking either right before I went to bed or after practice, just kind of not spacing it out very well. So that was a difficulty. And then I didn't set enough reminders to drink until kind of later on in the project when I met with the trainer and had him set more for me to remind me to drink. And then two future ideas. So my understanding of the trans theoretical model and the stages of change, I have a little brother who struggles with drug addiction, and I can use my understanding of the trans theoretical model as a way to help him understand what he's going through, help my parents understand what he's going through, and kind of going through the stages of his change so that when they get frustrated or he gets frustrated, we can all kind of understand what's happening. And then with my understanding of intrinsic and extrinsic motivation, when I'm a coach, I will be able to understand why my players are motivated to play for me or not motivated, and where their motivation stems from, so that I can adjust what I do in terms of how I can motivate them, how I can't, and to get the most out of them. So yeah, that was my behavior project. I really enjoyed it and hope to continue with it. Thank you.